If you are gifted, if you are spiritually attuned and naturally have a desire to live in the truth, to share wisdom, to help other people, to free yourself from these systems that oppress us, that distract us, that keep us in these repetitive cycles so we never actually have time to think and to do and to experience and expand. If you're one of those people, this video is for you. Don't wait for the external world to see you and validate you. Your job is to see and validate yourself. A lot of my videos, I talk a lot about self-reflection, seeing yourself in the mirror and being honest, being accountable. And this has to do with shadow work, seeing your unconsciousness, seeing the places you lie to yourself, seeing your self-sabotage. But you know what I'm gonna start talking more about? Seeing your light, seeing the goodness in your spirit, seeing the gifts that God has placed in your heart. Once you do that groundwork of the shadow work and the unconsciousness, then you move your attention to the goodness in yourself and you obsess on it. You focus on that so deeply. You have a special anointing and gift placed on you and over your life. And you can only truly act on that when you see yourself. Not yourself that this world created, that the trauma that you've been through imprinted in you, not the beliefs of what your parents have impressed into you, bad relationships, your work life, all those different things. That's not the real you. The real you is your soul. The depth of your soul, your spirit, and your heart, that is the real you. And within that version of yourself is where all the answers lie. For that next chapter of your life where you are serving people and you're making more money than you ever made, your health is amazing, your mind is clear and strong, you're in alignment with God, you can only get to that point through tuning into your true self and seeing it, grabbing it, integrating it, becoming it. See your gifts. See how blessed you are mentally, how strong you are mentally, how wise you are. Why do we let this world tell us what we can and can't do? Why do we let this world tell us what is good and what is bad? What is beautiful and what is not beautiful? Stop letting this world program you. I think one of the most amazing things about growing older is that you start to detach and care less about what people think and believe because you realize everyone is stuck in their own story. No one really knows what's best besides God. So why fixate on that? Why focus on that? Why seek the approval of people that don't even really know themselves, that are not even really following God, that don't even have genuine joy, peace, and truth within themselves? One of my favorite quotes is, "The minute that you recognize your worth, so does the world." So why do we look to the world to validate us when we will never find it there? We will never find peace from chasing the approval of people and of this world and of social media and the standards that have been set from all these crazy things going on nowadays. That is not where your peace, your freedom, and your truth will come from. It will only come from within yourself. From shutting out the noise and the distraction and the chaos of this world and tuning it inward. See yourself, see your gifts, see your greatness, and then you know what's next? Act on it. The things that you've always been good at, that naturally come to you, the things that people seek support and answers in you, that's your gift. That is your anointing. Start scrolling less and start building your gifts more. Because the crazy thing is that regardless of what we choose to believe or focus on, time is gonna pass and we're all gonna die one day. And I'm starting to realize all the ways that I've played so small and that fear took over me and made me stop believing in myself. It made me doubt myself and go back into this small protective comfort mode where I'm depending on an employer or a person or this or that, and how time just passed. And did that fulfill my soul? Was I able to serve more people genuinely from my truth? No, but I learned. It brought me back to this point where I'm now vocalizing this and reminding you that, because I had to remember it. See yourself. See yourself. See your greatness. Don't look to other people to see it in you. Because remember that this is your life. This is your reality. No one is going to change you for you. No one is going to uncover your purpose here and give you the recipe and the guidelines and how to build the perfect life and find the perfect person. Of course, there's support and coaches and things that we can invest in and use. But at the end of the day, the truth is in your soul. The truth is within your heart. And only real people that awaken and do the conscious work of reflecting on their thoughts, taking care of their body, being a good person on a foundational level. God's people. I'm talking about God's people. We are here to tune into that in ourselves. We are here to live our purpose and to go against the programming of this world. And I will be vulnerable and I'll share that in my journey, I have gone through very deep and long phases of self-doubt, of insecurity, of not believing that I'm good enough, that the wisdom and information that I have, it's not enough to help somebody. Why make videos? Why post consistently? Why believe that I can impact millions of people? Who am I to do that? I'm not special enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not perfect enough. I have been plagued with these thoughts myself, and I battle them all the time. But remember, it's a battle, and realize who you're fighting against. It is the powers and the energies that don't want you to rise into your truth and don't want you to spread your light, spread your message, spread your medicine. Who knows the depth of the gift and the offerings that you have within yourself unless you tap into it and do it? You can literally change the world. And I've always believed that. But with time and with hardship and with bad experiences, sometimes we let go of that innocence and the imagination and the belief of goodness. Because that's what this world does. This world wants you to be hard. It wants you to close your heart, to not believe, to not dream, to not act on your dreams and to create them. But that's what we're here to do. So I'm just making this video to remind you that, and to remind you of how powerful and amazing and great you are, and that you need to trust in your soul, trust in your path, even if it's uncomfortable. It's gonna be uncomfortable. So embrace the discomfort and understand that a lot of us, especially for people that are attracted to my types of videos, you're not gonna be walking the traditional path. Therefore, there's not gonna be a rule book for you to follow. You're gonna have to go through ups and downs and failures and trials and tribulations, but just keep going. I literally cried on the phone today to one of my old mentors, telling him, I don't care what it takes. I don't care what I go through, how long it takes. I am gonna rise into the purpose that I know that I was put here to do. And I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what I have to do, what I have to go through, the amount of setbacks, the amount of disappointments. I'm never gonna give up on myself. You heard that? To both God and the enemy, I'm never gonna give up on myself. And I will live the life that I'm meant to live and impact the people that I'm meant to impact, because I simply believe, choose, and remember to do that. So I just wanna remind you, my friend, see yourself. See your greatness, the gifts that God has placed in your heart. Don't take these things lightly. Don't let all this time pass without taking action. Action is a beautiful remedy for change, for growth, for removal of anxiety and depression and lostness. And I feel life and our purpose is a lot like gambling, where if you take enough bets on yourself, you will eventually hit the jackpot. So keep going. Keep believing in yourself. It does not matter how many setbacks, how many failures, how much opposition, you keep going. You keep believing. Keep fueling your inner fire of your soul. Keep your attention towards God. Don't focus so much on this world. Don't do it for the validation. Don't do it for the views, for the numbers. Do it for the impact. Do it for the fulfillment of your calling that is placed on your soul. And I'm fully convinced that the greatest joy, the greatest pleasure comes from fulfillment of purpose. Nothing else. Nothing else. And that's why I'm so crazy and hungry to achieve that in my life. And I've already been committed to this path for a long time now. Do I have the results? No. Have I done some great things so far? 100%. But I have to trust my process. And I'll share one more thing before ending this video. What has given me grace in my process of seeing myself and sharing my gifts and living the life I'm meant to live is realizing that I am doing the work of God. And most people don't do that. Most people choose the traditional safe path. So that's easy to do. Your plan is set out. Your future is already determined. For the person that chooses the unknown path and that chooses to walk the path that God has created for them, no matter what that looks like, it's messy and it takes time to clean up that mess and to create beautiful artwork. Therefore, you need to dance in the chaos. You need to breathe through the discomfort and the ups and downs. And you need to create that eternal groundedness. You need to create that eternal groundedness as you go through the ups and downs in the process of you creating the life that you're meant to live. Be patient, but don't waste time. See yourself, see the power that you hold in your mind and in your spirit, and actively create. Take action, plan, make a vision, and continue to build and cultivate the gifts that God has placed in you, okay? Much love and many blessings. Until next time.